On 80s night down there in South Philadelphia, everybody thought we could maybe turn the clock back and recapture some of the Flyer glory days. Not the case, as the Flyers fell tonight to the much more put together, much more complete, much more men among boys. Tampa Bay Lightning 4-1. Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Clear the Ice here on the Edge of Philly Sports, the world's most infamous Philadelphia Flyer post-game show with your boy Matty B. And yeah, you thought that the vibes could maybe turn around or could continue over from the other night when the Flyers broke that 10-game winless streak, and they got another player came back to the roster or back to the group tonight. Travis Konechny, who did make his presence felt with a goal late in the game, but you'd think that as the Flyers continue to get a little bit more healthy here, you would be able to kind of ride some of the momentum. Not the case, as you definitely saw tonight the gap between a team like the Tampa Bay Lightning, a veteran team, a winning team, a team that's battle-tested, Stanley Cup win proven against the Philadelphia Flyers, who are very much so a team in transition, as they showed it tonight, 4-1. And there's a bunch to talk about in this game. Let's jump right into the line tonight, shall we? For the evening, the Flyers, as I mentioned, the losers tonight, 4-1. Let's talk about some of the scoring summary. It got started at the 16:02 of the first period. Nicholas Paul with his 10th. It was on the power play. 1-0 Lightning heading into the second period, and we're going to talk a little bit about the second period after we go over the scoring rundown. Nicholas Paul, again, his 11th, second of the night from Ian Cole and Steven Stamkos. Congratulations to Steven Stamkos. Regardless of how you feel about the guy, 1,000th career NHL point tonight on that assist. To be able to do it as good as he has done it at the level that he has done it at is definitely a true testament to him, a Hall of Famer, no doubt. 2-0 now, Tampa, and then with literally 4 seconds remaining in the period, this is the third goal the Flyers have given up this year with less than 5 seconds remaining in the period. That's right, third, and we are 24 games into the season. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Russ Colton, his 5th, 3-0 Lightning. Ian Cole would get a goal at the 9:19 mark in the third period off of a center ice dump in that went off the back, hit off the yellow part of the bottom part of the boards behind Carter Hart, deflected back at him, deflected off of him through the hole between his skate and his pad and into the net from the center ice. Not even a direct shot on net. It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. His 4th of the year, or I'm sorry, his 2nd of the year, 4-0 Lightning. And then Travis Konechny would get the Flyers on the board at the 11:23 mark, his 8th, with his return to the lineup tonight from Sanheim and DeLangelo. And that's how you have 4-1 Lightning. And this game was really not much of a contest to start things out. These are two teams heading in two different directions. John Tortorella spoke at his postgame, stating that you got to give John a lot of credit. He's maintaining his poise. He understands what he's got to work with, and kept on saying, momentum's. We just could not get the momentum back. And when you play a team like the Lightning, gathering the momentum or capturing the momentum is huge. The Flyers were never ever able to gather momentum in this game at all, especially in that little period, that little sequence in the second period where they spent about 4 minutes inside of their own zone, could not gain possession of the puck. When they would do gain possession of the puck, they would either turn it right back over inside the zone, dump it out to center ice, not be able to get any kind of offensive push going. It was actually very embarrassing to watch. It lasted for about a 4-minute stretch of time. Good teams don't do that. There's no way I've never seen a good team really go through something like that. And the Flyers were hapless tonight. They were really being toyed with by the team like Tampa Bay Lightning on throwback 80s night down there in South Philadelphia. And it definitely shows the gap between the two teams. But Tortorella, again, showing his composure, using everything it seems now as a teachable moment, which I guess that's all you can do at this point. And this team begins to kind of figure themselves out. Igor Zamula, who was playing again tonight, made a very costly turnover that led to a goal. Can't do those things. But this is what you're going to get with this team. This is what you're going to get. This is how the kind of style of play you're going to get with them. 4-1, as I mentioned, Lightning. Let's talk about some of the other numbers of this game. On the On the shots, Lightning did outshoot the Flyers 27-22. Now on the season, the Flyers are at a 686 shot for to a 778 against. On the power play, the Flyers were 0 for 3, whereas the Lightning were 1 for 3. Flyers now on the season on the power play, a putrid 10 for 74, which works out to about 13%. The goals tonight, as I mentioned, the Flyers gave up 4, scored 1. They now have 57 goals scored to 79 goals against. They're averaging about 2.3 goals a game, and they're giving up about 3.2. And that really, this kind of tells you everything you need to know, right? Doesn't it? So, yeah, 4-1. And let's talk about the stars. Nicholas Paul, who had himself 2 goals, is your number 1 star. Corey Perry, with 2 assists, is your number 2 star. And Steven Stamkos, with that 1 assist, his 1,000th NHL point, comes in at your 3rd star. All Tampa Bay Lightning. As for the Flyers tonight, this was just, again, one of those learning points. A team like the Lightning, you got to play almost perfectly. When you're a team like the Flyers, when you're constructed like the Flyers, when you're dealing with injuries like the Flyers, you go out against the Tampa Bay Lightning, you have to play the game of your life in order to have an opportunity to win. And there was just no time, at least for me, that I felt the Flyers were in this game at all tonight. There was just not a moment that I felt seriously that the Flyers could win this thing, let alone even skate with the Lightning. It was just that far apart. And again, it's due to the youth, it's due to the inexperience, it's due to the fact that we're just not that same kind of team as the Tampa Bay Lightning are. And it's going to happen. These games are going to happen more times than not this season, and that's what's going to lead to the frustration. But I got to give John Tortorella credit, because I think the John Tortorella of the past would be kind of blowing his top right now. But again, there had to be some really, really, really long discussions this summer about what type of team this was going to be and what the route it was going to go and what route they were going to take this season. Chuck Fletcher spoke today. Nothing really of substance other than the fact that Ryan Ellis has been ruled out for the rest of this season. Newsflash, folks, Ryan Ellis won't play officially in the 2022-2023 season. I don't know if anybody was actually holding out that Ryan Ellis was going to come back this year. Chuck Fletcher today in his little presser, it wasn't really a press conference, it was a presser, announced that Ryan Ellis would not return this season. Did get Travis Konechny back. Cam Atkinson should be back real soon, which then leaves pretty much Sean Couturier as the only other question of return sometime, hopefully in January or February, as he's dealing with his back problems. But Ryan Ellis today ruled out for the rest of the season. And let's just get it over now, shall we? Somebody make the announcement that he's going to retire, because he's not coming back from this injury ever. So 4-1 Flyers lose tonight to Tampa. Next up in the shoot, Saturday night at home, as this homestand continues against the red-hot upstart New Jersey Devils, as the Flyers will try to get back on the win column. Now on the season, they've fallen to 8-11-5, and we have ourselves a brand new losing streak at 2, or at 1. Let's hope we can get this thing turned around against the Devils on Saturday night. Carter Hart, for the most part tonight, played well. That fluky goal there in the third, what are you going to do? That happens maybe once every 100 years. You know, he's played okay. I don't know. He's played okay. He's played okay based on the defense he has in front of him, and he's played okay through fundamentals of goaltending. Okay. Not generational, not hands off being traded, but just okay. As he continues, I guess, to figure himself out, too, in front of this young team. 4-1 tonight. Flyers losers to the Tampa Bay Lightning. But you know what? Who's not a loser? I'll tell you who's not a loser. That's us here at EOP. This is take a look, a screenshot or a flash at our schedule this week. We've made it to Thursday. Earlier tonight, you had Bird's Eye Q. Kyle Quinn made his return, round mound, attacking third, and then me clearing the ice. And then tomorrow, on Friday, still got some stuff for you. Chalk Talk, Kelly Green Hour, the old school show, Sixers and Raptors, post game, and then the rest of the week into your weekend here on the edge of phillysports.com. And don't forget, Dolan's is now officially into their December to remember. Stuff going on just about every weekend. Ziggy and the Moondogs on the 2nd, the Real Gons on the 3rd, and then the Christmas Tabernacle Choir with Jay Whaley. Dirty Christmas Carols on the 16th. And don't forget, every Eagles game, $8 cheesesteaks and wing cheesesteak. And they give away stuff throughout the day. go ahead and check out Dolan's down there in Ridley Park for a good time as they kick off officially their December to Remember. And I want to welcome our newest sponsor here at the EOP, Sherry's Tickets, Sherry Ticket Town. Great fees, no hidden fees, sports, concerts, theater, any of those hard to find tickets. Sherry's has got you covered. Head over there and save 10% when you enter the promo code EOP10. So go ahead over, visit Sherry's Tickets for those hard to find tickets. They will help you out. And then Philly Sports Trip. The trip to New York is pretty much sold out. I believe the Chicago trip is still open, and that Dallas trip is still open. So go ahead. And then there's also, again, there's Sixers, there's Flyers, and there's Philly spring training stuff going on phillysportstrips.com. Head over there and check them out. And don't forget, if life has been kind of threw you a curveball, there's the man you want to call, Dave Cherry, 610-565-0300, Workman's Comp, Motor Vehicle Accidents, Personal Injury, and Criminal Law. Tell Dave that EOP and Matty B sent you. He'll take good care of you. 4-1 Flyers, losers tonight to the Tampa Bay Lightning. Just a tale of two teams, a tale of two organizations, a tale of two franchises, as the Flyers were just outclassed, outgunned, outnumbered, and out everything tonight by the Lightning as they toyed with the Flyers all night. Flyers, once again, victims of their own mistakes, costly turnovers, fluky goals, not being able to possess the puck, not being able to possess any kind of offense, getting caught in their zone for a wonky 4-minute sequence there in the second period. Just can't do those types of things against the Lightning and expect to win. Next up is the Devils on Saturday, as we hopefully get back on the win side. I will be back to talk to you after that game. Until then, folks, enjoy the rest of your night, and let's go Flyers.